AITA for telling my wife I'd have never asked her out if I knew she was a sugar baby? I've been with my wife for 5 years, married a little over 1 year. I was some cleaning and something I never noticed before was my wife's old jewelry. I know she had it, but I never noticed just how expensive looking it was. I asked my wife out of curiosity, where did she get these and how much they were. She told me they were from an ex and they cost an ASSLOAD. She told me before she only had one ex, back in high school and a bit of college. I asked her how the hell did a high school kid afford these. She looked confused, and I reminded her that she told me about her one ex. There was an awkward silence and I told her what was up with her. Did she have another ex? And if so, why did she tell me she only had one? She tried to play it off, but I pressed her for it, and she confessed she had several sugar daddies for about 3 years. I was mad but kept calm. I asked why she never told me she was a harlot. She tried to give me a spiel about how it's more like a relationship, but with gifts and shit, and I told her to cut the crap. She told me she was afraid I was gonna judge her. I told her I was seriously mad, and she shouldn't have kept this from me. She says, does it matter? And I told her if it matters. She asked me why, and I told her I'd have never asked her out in the first place if I knew. And that she straight up lied to me when she told me she only had one ex. She told me she did only have the one ex, and that just pissed me off more, and told her, didn't you just say the sugar crap was more like a relationship? She did cry, and said sorry, and she'd do anything to make it up to me. I told her I need some space. I'm pissed. I do love my wife, but I feel robbed of my decision. I do mean what I said. I'd have never asked her out if I knew back then. Update. So I'm staying with my wife. I still don't like that she hid this from me. But I'm staying with her. But I stand by 2 things I said. 1, she was a harlot. Some of you kept saying, sugar babies don't always have sex with their clients, and like whatever. By my wife's own admission. She did sleep with her clients, so yeah, harlot. I'm not gonna pretend she wasn't. Some of y'all are actually delusional though. Just because she wasn't out in a street corner doesn't mean she wasn't a harlot. She fugged for money. 2, I do know I'd have broken up with her if I knew earlier. That's the truth. If I were single again, I wouldn't date someone who was a harlot. Do I think harlot don't deserve to get married? Nope. But that ain't for me. Anyway, things have gone back to normal for us. She's actually sold the jewelry her clients got for her. Not at my request, she did this on her own. There hasn't been any major drama between us since. We had an open heart-to-heart. I did tell her that what I said was true. I wouldn't have asked her out if I knew. And I told her maybe it was a good thing she didn't tell me, since we do have a wonderful life together. But that doesn't mean her being dishonest was a good thing. She and I decided to put this behind us. But I did tell her that if she has any more secrets like that, she needs to tell me right now, and if I ever found out something about her like this, we're done. I also wanted to address one little thing. Some of you all were like, no wonder she didn't tell you. She knew you were an insecure a-hole. Or something like that. So, are you all willing to marry a-holes? Seriously, I don't comprehend this logic. It's not like I forced my wife to marry me. If she knew I was an insecure a-hole, why exactly did she decide to marry an insecure a-hole? What? Would you marry an a-hole as long as you lied to them to make sure they never find out about your past?